Hi, I'm Celeste Hamler, one of the trustees here at the beautiful Pequot Chapel. I'd like to welcome you to the chapel's 4th of July celebration, featuring Peter Fiore at the organ and vocals by Eileen Fiore. I hope you enjoy this program. Happy 4th, and God bless. Start with the Star-Spangled Banner. The Star-Spangled Banner is the national anthem of the United States. The lyrics come from the poem, Defense of Fort McHenry, a poem written on September 14, 1814, by 35-year-old lawyer and amateur poet Francis Scott Key, after witnessing the bombardment of Fort McHenry by British ships of the Royal Navy in Baltimore Harbor during the Battle of Baltimore in the War of 1812. Key was inspired by the large U.S. flag with 15 stars and 15 stripes, known as the Star-Spangled Banner, flying triumphantly above the fort during the U.S. victory. It was made the national anthem by a congressional resolution on March 3, 1931, and was signed by President Herbert Hoover. Lift every voice and sing. Many people are surprised to learn that Lift Every Voice to Sing was first written as a poem. Created by James Weldon Johnson, it was performed for the first time by 500 school children in celebration of President Lincoln's birthday on February 12, 1900 in Jacksonville, Florida. The poem was set by music by Johnson's brother, John Roseman Johnson, and soon adopted by the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, NAACP, as its official song. Today, Lift Every Voice and Sing is one of the most cherished songs of the African American Civil Rights Movement and is often referred to as the Black National Anthem. In Memoriam, based on bugle call taps. Lanny Smith was an organist best known for his church music compositions. He is one of the most prolific classical composers in music history, with more than 4,000 published compositions written over 60 years as a professional composer. He had a particular gift for the organ music, and his output of several thousand pieces makes him most prolific composer of the instrument in the history of keyboard literature, surpassing even the Baroque masters. As you know, taps is a bugle call played at dusk during flag ceremonies and at military funerals by the United States Armed Forces. It concludes many military funerals conducted with honors at Arlington National Cemetery and elsewhere in the United States. It is also regularly played at the American Cemetery in Normandy, France, to commemorate the sacrifice made at and around the site by United States servicemen in World War II during the Allied efforts to liberate Europe from the Nazis. I vow to thee my country. The origin of the hymn's text is a poem by diplomat Sir Cecil Spring Rice, written in either 1908 or 1912, entitled Urbste, translated to The City of God or the Two Fatherlands. The poem described how a Christian owes his loyalties to both his homeland and the heavenly kingdom. In 1908, Spring Rice was posted to the British Embassy in Stockholm. In 1912, he was appointed as ambassador to the United States, where he influenced the administration of Woodrow Wilson to abandon neutrality and join Britain in the war against Germany. After the United States entered the war, he was recalled to Britain. Shortly before his departure from the U.S. in January 1918, he rewrote and renamed Urbste, significantly altering the first verse to concentrate on the themes of love and sacrifice rather than the noise of battle and the thunder of our guns, creating a more somber tone in view of the dreadful loss of life suffered in the Great War. My eyes have seen the glory. The Battle Hymn of the Republic, also known as My Eyes Have Seen the Glory Outside of the United States, is a lyric by the abolitionist writer Julia Ward Howe, using the music from the song John Brown's Body. Howe's more famous lyrics were written in November 1861 and first published in the Atlantic Monthly in February 1862. The song links the judgment of the wicked at the end of the age with the American Civil War, with allusions to biblical passages such as Isaiah 63 and Revelation 19. My Eyes Have Seen the Glory is an extremely popular and well-known American patriotic song. America, my country, 'tis of thee. America is an American patriotic song, the lyrics which were written by Samuel Francis Smith. The melody used is the same as that of the national anthem of the United Kingdom, God Save the Queen. The song served as one of the de facto national anthems of the United States before the adoption of the Star-Spangled Banner as the official U.S. national anthem in 1931. Samuel Francis Smith wrote the lyrics to America in 1831 while a student at the Andover Theological Seminary in Andover, Massachusetts. The song was first performed in public on July 4th, 1831, at a Children's Independence Day celebration at Park Street Church in Boston, with the first publication of America in 1832. America the Beautiful. America the Beautiful is an American patriotic song. The lyrics were written by Catherine Lee Bates, and the music was composed by church organist and choir master Samuel A. Ward at Grace Episcopal Church in Newark, New Jersey. The two never met. Bates originally wrote the words as a poem, Pike's Peak, and it was first published in the 4th of July edition of the church periodical, The Congregationalist, in 1895. At that time, the poem was titled America for publication. Ward had originally written the music, Materna, for the hymn, O Mother Dear Jerusalem, in 1882. Ward's music, combined with Bates' poem, was first published in 1910 entitled America the Beautiful, and is one of the most popular of the many U.S. patriotic songs.
Beautiful
Stars and Stripes Forever. The Stars and Stripes Forever is a patriotic American march written and composed by John Philip Sousa, widely considered to be his magnum opus. By a 1987 act of the U.S. Congress, it is the National March of the United States of America. In his autobiography, Marching Along, Sousa wrote that he composed the march on Christmas Day, 1896. He was on an ocean liner on his way home from a vacation with his wife in Europe, and he had just learned of the recent death of David Blakely, the manager of the Sousa Band. He composed the march in his head and committed the notes to paper on arrival in the United States. It was first performed at Willow Grove Park, just outside of Philadelphia, on May 14, 1897, and was immediately greeted with enthusiasm. our program today at the wonderful Pequot Chapel in celebration of 4th of July. Peter Fiore, thank you, great job. Eileen, great job. Also, behind the scenes, running the camera, Andrew Walker, President of the Trustee Board. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to you. Happy 4th, and hope to see you all real soon. Thank you.